use of a knife, additional enhancements may eventually be added.
A hate crime or a special circumstance allegation requires that level of proof. So we're looking for that evidence, and if and when we find it, we will amend the charges and file that.
An affidavit says Woodward told police that Bernstein had tried to kiss him while they were driving around together the night they met up. He was reported missing the next day. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
A Maryland man accused of spying on people with a camera in a mall restroom.
A shopper spotted the camera at the White Marsh Mall in Baltimore County, Maryland last month. It was in a family restroom attached to a partition with electrical tape pointed at a toilet. The suspect was also recorded on the device's memory card. Police had released images of him to the public. He's now under arrest, identified as 40-year-old Masawar M. Starrett of Abington, Maryland. He's charged with prurient intent and being a peeping Tom. They say the camera wasn't up for long. There weren't many people recorded. Chris Foster, Fox News.
She was a fixture at a Pennsylvania restaurant for more than 6 decades, but now 81-year-old Emma Gonzalez has retired from the corner room. What she says she will miss the most is the people who stop by. Lisa Lacera, Fox News Radio.
This is meteorologist Matt Riddle with your forecast for WBLF. We'll have a few clouds through the overnight, and it will be breezy and cold with a low temperature of 11. And then we'll be turning out partly to mostly sunny for our Thursday, and we'll have a high temperature right around 30. From WTAJ, your weather authority, I'm meteorologist Matt Riddle for News Talk 970 AM and 106.3 FM WBLF.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location?
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in a Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke.
Oh.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Today, my new dad and I shot off a rocket in the park.
Today, my new son and I.
Hey, friends, and a pleasant good evening. Welcome to Lions Live on the Forever Lions Network here. My name's Skip Dribblebis here in State College in a frigid 15 degrees outside. And, of course, we got the Grizz Jimmy Kennedy, who's going to be rubbing it in real hard here to us real soon because he was out on Facebook Live today driving around with the windows down, having a good time. We got Jacob Israel. He's here in Pennsylvania freezing with all of us, too, a little bit further east. And the big dude's in Jersey, and he'll be chiming in here in a second. We're going to wrap up this college football season, guys, but man, it is that time of year.
It's been a great season, though.
It has been.
We all predicted in the beginning Alabama was going to get it, and they proved us right. So
yeah, even when they play bad football, they still win. That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah.
And there's the big dude, Stefan. All right, Stefan, how are you?
Okay, doing well. How's everybody doing in this New Year's? Cool. Happy New Year. Okay, we're getting the band back together. Okay, we'll see y'all. Oh, yeah. That's what's up, man. What's up, cool? Dude, I didn't know if you was buried in the snow. Did you get up today out the snow? Was y'all okay? Or what? Yeah, I'm good, man. It's good to actually be back on, man. But, yeah, everything's good, man. Can't complain. And I talked to Jacob earlier today. He acted like y'all had 6 feet. You only got 6 inches. Oh, wow, man. Come on. Y'all crazy, wild. He's a wild dude, man.
Hey,
coming from Chicago, we always got to add an extra 5 inches. You know what I mean? That's just how we do in Chicago. We got to add an extra 5 just to make it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Yeah, you know that we all good. We all good. Jimmy, that explains it. That explains it. Yeah, that explains it. That's why everybody out there single now. That's why Lovey don't want to leave Chicago. He want to stay. He went from the Bears to Illinois. You don't want to stay with Chicago. I was actually going to leave you alone before you brought that up there. I was going to leave you alone. Hey, you know, I always got to, I love the weather, the snow, all that good stuff. So, it's all good. It's all good. This is every brother. Yeah, it's all good. You know what I mean? I'm just from the Midwest, big dude. You know what I mean? I'm just from the Midwest. Hey, you got to go to Joe Park for that, though, big dude. You know what I mean? You got to go to Joe Park because he brought me from Chicago. Yeah, that's right. So, he told me I could be part of the family. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm just trying to be part of the family. And so we have it. Yeah. You were adopted cousin. Good. Hey, Fred. Hey, you still don't think because you got some sun now, you can put your fingers on FaceTime. You still in the spot. I'm about to. Yeah, you right. I'm still an East Coast guy. I'm about to do the whole radio show. I'm about to do the whole show right now, sitting in my backyard with my feet up. Hey, but you got the Timbs on. You still got the Timbs on, though. You still got the Timbs on. With the Timbs on and the white beater. Yeah, and the white beater, so come on. Yeah. Nah. Let's get on with the football, fellas.
Wow. Well, Jimmy, you can go ahead and tell everybody about your experience after driving your car around today on live Facebook, and then we'll get. I just had to go live real quick and I was talking to my dad and stuff. He said it's cold out there, so I had to show him real quick what the weather looking like out here. Rub it in a little bit. Tell us about that car, man. I like that horn. You're out there blowing that horn, man. What do you got? What is in that rig, man? What do you got?
That's my first car, a '96 Chevy Tahoe. I bought it when I was 16 years old.
Wow.
I did the paint job when I first turned pro, tangerine orange with chameleon ghost flames in it, and did the whole thing inside out. My son calls it the Hot Wheel car. So he loves when I come pick him up in it. Hot Wheel car, wow. Yeah, I got an air horn in it, so we be scaring little kids and stuff. When I drive and pick them up. That's pretty fun. Yeah, well, Now, I wanted to say, though, Grizz, tell us about the bowl game, because you got with some Penn State guys, you saw some of the team. Tell us about the bowl game, and then also some of the things, you working on for the team, helping the program with the D linemen, all that type of thing. Yeah, the bowl game was great. It was good to see a bunch of guys. They had a Letterman event and stuff like that with a bunch of guys, equipment guys, fighting in those guys out there. The ball was out here. John Brunson. This is a bunch of guys. It was good to see everyone. For the most part. And you could almost walk to the stadium, right? Almost. Yeah. I'm about less than 5 minutes away for the most part. Wow. Yeah, so it's a good time. Real good time. I'm glad they got the win.
Yeah, how about that? If you look back on this season, and we called it before it happened, and sure enough, it came through. The thing that most impressed me about the national championship game, I know I'm jumping over to that, guys, but because we talked about Penn State already, and there's a great win, and we'll jump back on that, but I'm looking overall at how we picked. And I'll tell you, man, we got better odds than them guys in Vegas the way we've been picking. Our numbers, I got the numbers here, and we'll go over who picked the most. soon enough. But I got to get back to the national championship game, man, because you look at that game and there's the Tide, and they're playing flat, and they still come up with a win against a really good Georgia team. Impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that situation with the quarterback now? I know the young guys made a couple of comments and stuff, and he made some valid points. He said, everyone, putting him on a pedestal and stuff because of what he did, in the national championship game, forgetting what Jalen Hurts did to get them to the national championship game. So he was basically calling out, some positive vibes for Jalen, saying, hey, yeah, I'm getting attention for this part because they prepared for, he said they prepared for Jalen. They didn't prepare for me. He said, so it's not like I can go out there and promise that I'll always be successful, knowing that the defensive game plan will be for me or for Jalen. In this situation, in the last game, national championship game, they didn't know anything that the freshman could do. So he wasn't really on film like that. Jalen's been on film now for a while.
They studied.
You guys think about that?
Well, you can tell they studied him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? The number 13 young guy. It's funny. I guess it's how it goes. Jimmy and Yaakov and Skipper. Some of them young cats, so it's one of them better, man. And he started throwing to his targets. People forgot was those freshman receivers.
Yes.
I mean, he was going to them like he was doing something all year. I was like, wow, what are these freshmen? I mean, a bunch of freshmen came in the game, and that was the thing I was most impressed with. A lot of positions, running back, special. He used them all. Saban wasn't afraid to use all of them. I have to give him credit for the guts to make that decision. A lot of coaches would have guts to do that in the course style. To me, the most redeeming thing that I saw all game, even beyond the great plays, is just Jalen Hurts' way of handling it, irrespective of what people really believe out behind the scenes. I mean, he just handled it so well with the interview, with encouraging him. I mean, that was a very mature Jalen Hurts. To me, that still gives Jalen Hurts the edge over a lot of those other guys, seeing something different. Because when things go rough, as we all know, that's when we find out about people. And we saw, I was telling my wife, I forgot to get his name. I saw the one guy they had to take out that had stupid penalty, number 48 on special teams. I don't know if you saw it. He's going after the coach. Yeah. And I said to my wife, you know what? He's going to be back next year. And we looked at him on ESPN, and he's got it. She's transferring to Tennessee State.
Wow.
Yeah, but if you saw, he was already having problems there. He didn't like his position coach, and some things wasn't going his way. He was already approved and already enrolled to some point over a month. Oh. So he put in that transfer a month before the national championship game.
Yeah,
but now
I understand.
Now with the outbreak, with him having that, now he's under review before he's able to participate in that football team. But he was already accepted over a month ago.
Right, and I'm wondering what happened all the way up until then. Obviously, in a program like that, I'm watching a women's game. Definitely in a program like that, there's several people, in Penn State too, there's several people that lose out. And, I was one of those people, I was in and out, played well enough, I was okay with doing what I had to do. But there's some people where, they're the top in their state, the nation, and top 300, and you know what? Although you can't make it. So, those things happen. We've lost people like that. I think we lost, if I heard correctly, Andre Robinson, I understand we lost another year left. I know he was in grad school, but then something came up that, hey, he sees he's not going to be able to play. So these things happen, and he did it the right way, to finish the season. And if you're going to go ahead and transfer and do other things, I mean, you want to show people your best out of time. I think that's a good thing that you brought that up to me. I mean, you just don't gain anything by what happened on TV at all.
Yeah, and I think what's the name, like you said, the guy he talked about it and so on. He said he was bumping heads with people. It wasn't just about competition, but it was about, like you said, being lied to about, certain positions and so on. And the reason why you pick Alabama, pick whatever school it is, because it's not just Alabama that does it. so on, that when they get certain schools get moved to linebacker, corner, safety, all types of stuff, because they try to do what's fitted for the team. And in that situation, they moved him to a position that he didn't want to play, that, he was, a two-way player in college, in high school and so on, and he didn't want, even from what I heard, he didn't even want to play defense. So it became like that part. So then now you don't want to play, and then you don't like the defense coach that they have you with, and so on and so on. So, hats off to him. We all wish him the best. But, I do respect that he transferred because he literally is trying to compete. God willing, he's going to get his degree anywhere he goes, but it's not guaranteed that he'll be on. Yeah, it's not guaranteed that he'll be on the field, especially in Alabama with all the talent that they get this year.
Yeah.
Now, I had two questions I wanted to ask the Grills in regards to Saquon. Now, obviously you were drafted in the first round. They're projecting Saquon to be drafted in the first round. After the bowl game, I know we had the Capital One bowl game your senior year. What is the steps for Saquon, as in your situation, after your Capital One bowl game, all the way until April signing day? Like, how do you get to the first round draft pick, or how do you secure that, or what's the best way for him to maintain his value, I guess, all the way, the next 6 months? Like, what is it to get to that first round pick or to maintain that?
In his situation, he's good. And, because it's not like he's really competing with any other running back. When I came out, it was about, it wasn't just about a defensive tackle. Obviously, playing the position that I play, nose guard, defensive tackle, where, people take us, but I don't know the last time an actual defensive tackle was picked within the top, 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, a defensive end, running back, it's been a while for running back, but quarterbacks and so on, those guys have. So, for my position, it was like I knew that I would be in the top 10 or so on, or top 15 for the most part. So it was like really nothing I can do, because it's not just about falling or maintaining and so on. You put it on film, now it's just about working out, interviewing the proper way, just so you don't say anything crazy or do anything wrong where you fall out the first round. Keeping your nose clean, no DUIs, nothing crazy or something like that. But if he said,
let me ask you this. What would you think, and this is my second part of my question, was Saquon signed with Rockefeller? I wanted to hear your thoughts on that. And then also your thoughts, because they're saying that they want to take him to another state to work out. How do you, I know there's no right or wrong to it, but I just want to hear your thoughts. Would you suggest, working out in Penn State or working out in another state, or would you change it? Or what would you think about that, having been through it, I guess?
If I was Saquon, I will actually work out where I'm training at. So if I'm training in a certain facility and so on, then that's where I'll work out at. Because now it's not about it's really, I think in all fairness to Penn Staters, it's one of those things that he can, it all depends on how he views it. He can help people that's coming back, people that's coming out, because if Saquon show up and he's having his pro day at Penn State, guess what? You're going to have every coach there, every scout there, and so on at that Penn State pro day. So what happens is that actually is showcased for others. You know what I'm saying? Like when I did it, when I came out, I knew how important it was. So like, I had a chance. I signed with IMG, Tom Condon was now with CAA. When I came out, so I was training down in Bradenton, in Florida. And it was like awesome because, I'm training there. You got Tiger Woods out there, Serena Williams, and so on. You had, the big stars and stuff out there. Myself, Byron Leftwich, Kevin Williams, Kevin Williams, Anquan Bowden, like we was all out there training together. So it was like one of those things that I could have stayed there and trained with those guys, but because it was important for me to make sure that Mike Haynes, as well as Anthony and a few other guys had because it was important for me to make sure that they had a good look. I wanted to make sure that I got them some extra attention and stuff as well. It was something that I talked with them about too. It's like, man, I could train and have my pro day down here, or I could come back up there. You guys want to come down here with me or whatever? It was just like, nah, we're here. We're training with JT. We're training with Jeremy. Yeah, I said, all right, cool. So I came back up there, and obviously I don't take all the credit or nothing like that, but it's still good to know that Mike and the rest of the Penn Staters, I think we had 6 first rounds that year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, what do you think about the Rockefeller thing? Because that's a new thing to Penn State. I think he might be the first. Well, actually, I think Larry Johnson went to Rockefeller. I think. Mm-hmm. But what are your thoughts on that? Because basically he decided probably within weeks of the game that he was going to a Rockefeller. So, what are your thoughts on that? Because that was a quick decision. It wasn't like he waited. He basically gave it a week or two and made that decision.
Yeah. Here's the thing is, I mean, obviously it was us speculating whether he was coming back or not, but he knew his personal life. He knew it was important to him and so on. Penn State does a great job. If you know you're going pro, they actually have a agent panel for the most part. So, for example, before my senior year, I sat down with my agent and multiple other agents and interviewed them multiple times throughout the season.
Okay.
Yeah. And I did it through Penn State.
He probably spoke with them during the season.
Yeah, most likely he spoke with them during the season. So it was like, if I come out, here's where I'm going. Now, what happens is, it wasn't like I was talking to agents behind my back. These agents came to Penn State. They sat in a room. There's about 5 or 6 agents that rotate each time, and it was like maybe I went through about 20. So maybe like 5 or 6 come once a month. So August, September, I met with 5 and so on. And then it was like at the end, my 5 or 6 that I wanted before the bowl game, I had them come back and I interviewed them and so on by myself. But then after the bowl game, I had meetings with those agents and my family. So I like how he went with with JD and those guys, because they're determined from what I believe. I don't believe that they're actually charging him to represent him. I believe they're doing something and helping him manage his money, because Jay-Z said he's tired of seeing athletes finish their careers, especially football players, in the broke.
Right.
Okay. I just wanted to hear your thoughts, because, people got a lot of things to say, and they say, well, they don't know nothing about football. They just want to leverage him, and they want to use him. And then some people say, it's a great move, but I just wanted to hear what you had to say, because I know that's entertainment, and they're not necessarily football, but I know that they got a great thing going. But I just didn't know if you felt that was. You got
to understand that when it comes to business, though, especially with Jay-Z and those guys, you're going to put the best people possible in a position to be successful, because being that they get the attention of having a Saquon Barkley right now, they have to do right by him, because if not, it's going to send a message, and guess what? No one's going to want to sign with him anymore.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So they have to put the best. They have to put the best people in place, and then on top of it, it's like whether they know what they're doing or not. It's contractual law. So I mean, you're not just going to have some random guy not look over his contract or so on, or look over his contract you're going to have someone, a lawyer or someone who actually studied law, who actually studied, contracts and so on. So like I said, you're going to have the right person in place. But then on top of that, it's the people, they're going to always have something to say. Everyone on this phone, if Bill Gates comes to you right now and says to you, hey, I want to help you invest your money, are you going to do it? No. You don't care what he want to invest the money in. Are you going to do it?
No. I could say no.
So you going to say no?
I would say no. Because listen, Bill Gates may be really good at beating Steve Jobs to the market with a software program to run computers. But I can tell you now, if it comes to investing, I don't think he knows anything about it. He hired some good brokers, I mean, he'd start interviewing investment specialists.
No, but if he wants you to invest in one of his companies, would you do it?
Well, yeah, but he started talking to guys like Yakov, because, he'd say, hey, Yakov, man. Because that's what Yakov does, and he'd start interviewing guys like Yakov and say, come on here, man, what can you tell me? What do you know? And that's what I think Bill Gates, anybody would do. And I mean, it's nice, I think, that they're offering package deals together like this, but at the end of the day, I think there's so many dynamics to that are beyond just legal representation, beyond finances and endorsements and things like this. Yeah, it is a business, and getting a good business manager, you see it on Ballers. Some guys have good guys and some guys don't, So, but yeah, if Bill Gates came in and said, hey, I want to be your investment specialist, I'd say, no, man, I'd hire Yakov instead, because that's what Yakov does,
Hey, Big Dude, I don't think you agree with that, Big Dude.
I'll just listen, man. I'm learning. I'm learning, man. I don't know.
Here's what my thing is, Big Dude. As I talk to family and I talk to, friends and so on, we say certain things like this, right? And here's where it comes from. What I mean, I know I'm not saying, hey, let's just roll with, a Bill Gates. But here's what the thing is. There's a track record that follows what we do. So, for example, I know we all remember this Powerball was shit up to 400 or something million. I believe there was a 20-year-old kid or something who won that.
Something like that.
Right, something like that. But here's what the thing is. I know we're talking about a lot of money. This 20-year-old kid, instantly his life changed. He doesn't know where to invest his money, who to trust, who's going to try to take advantage of him, who's going to rob him, or anything like that, and so on.
Yeah.
Now, this 20-year-old kid getting that kind of money, yeah, it's a blessing, it's a gift. It's kind of hard to really blow that much money.
It could be a curse, too.
Let's just say it's a certain amount. How would that 20-year-old kid would invest in that money and doing right by that money versus how I would do? Because I've already experienced millions of dollars and so on. I've already know the right, the wrong, and so on. I already made mistakes and so on. I already lived through that and so on. So it'd be a total different reaction, a total different response, a total different, lifestyle. Like I stop and I look, and the stuff that fascinates me and stuff now is, buying more real estate and doing certain things, having ownership of my home and so on. But when I first turned pro, I was buying jewelry and Rolls Royces and different stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's where I'm blessed, because I stopped and I looked back and I said, wow, I did all that, but I still paid off my house. It's like, okay, cool. That's awesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like I remember hearing the story about Vanilla Ice. He was he had his financial guy. He was on drugs. He was doing all the wrong thing and so on. And his financial guy basically convinced him to buy some property. So he basically hit rock bottom. He didn't have anything. He lost it all. Right? And then he received a call and was like, hey, we interested in buying your property. He was like, what property? What are you talking about? His financial guy knew that he was running wild and everything else and so on. So even after he fired him and everything else, he gets this call saying, hey, I want you to look into this property. I want to buy your property. He don't know what he's talking about. His financial advisor bought half of Miami.
Wow.
So So now guess what? But now I'm a millionaire again because now this financial guy looked out for him. And now it's like, yeah, you can have this, and we're going to build this hotel down here in Miami. We're going to build this loft building. We're going to do this. We're going to build that. You know what I'm saying? So you go from hitting the bottom to basically making it. I don't even know if you guys heard about, even with the thing with Allen Iverson. Everyone knew what he was doing with his money, but Reebok knew that he was out there like that and so on. So they made him a lifetime trust. Yeah, they made him a lifetime trust and everything else and so on. And he gets millions like when he's 40 and millions when he's 45 and, on top of it. It's like, wow. So it's like,
that's something, man. Wow.
So having those kind of people, Jay-Z and those guys, and people who've been there and so on, like I said, they have their reputation on the line because they want their business to be successful. But then also, when they truly care, when you truly have people that truly care, then guess what? They'll put you in a position to where you should be successful forever. And I'm not just speaking it because it's Jay-Z, he's black and so on, whatever. If it was Bill Gates doing this right now, if it was, Oprah, if it was, Trump, and so on, if it's someone who's doing this, who has been there, because we all, my word is different when it comes to you guys can talk to high school kids and so on, and they respect you. Oh, man, he knows what it takes to get to college. And then it's like I can talk to high school kids, I know what it takes to get to college. Then you can talk to college kids and stuff because, yeah, you know what it takes to be a college. We all know what it takes to be a college athlete. You know what I'm saying? But only few of us could talk about being a pro and having a long pro career and so on. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is we'll be able to explain things from a different point of view. When I watch college film from when I play, it disgusts me. I'm disgusted because I've learned so much at the pro level that it's like, oh my God, I could have did this, I could have did that, and so on. So now, when I help Penn State, I try to pass on the things that I wish that I could have changed in my game. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Right.
That's what we need, man. That's what we need.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Jimmy. When you look at yourself and, you're 21 years old, then you're 37. Like you said, somebody's got to show you your future because you're going to do some dumb stuff. How many millionaires, like you said, do you know that are 21 years old? I don't know. Right. That are playing it, how would they know? I wouldn't know what to do with the money. I'd have a different mind to go do certain things. But like you said, hey, listen, man, you get that $8 call. You haven't paid that bill. See, they ignore it. See, I'm threatened by all those calls. I get something to say, hey, some guys are threatened by it and they don't know what the loss is going to be. But I think the Allen Iverson example is tremendous because Allen was having trouble with it. He was helping out so many people. You got these posses and all. And I'm not doing about the guys being necessarily bad. It's like the dudes couldn't have helped them if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And then you got your kids wanting to go to school, wanting to go to college. You shoot things for them. And then, like you said, you just don't, there's certain stuff you just don't get back. And that's why you got to have students counsel in there somewhere. I don't know exactly which one, but like you said, somebody there has the mindset and they have the vision to say, you know what, I'm investing. I just got invested in your life. And they're 40, they're going to be able to dribble the ball, do certain things. And that's why some people kept playing. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played all those years. Really, because he was broke, people didn't understand. They said, what did he play? No, man, his agent isn't that popular a lot of that.
Yeah.
Not really, bro. So those dudes, they still playing. They still doing other stuff because that's all they know. And they can't trust anybody.
Right. Well, things have changed a lot, too. And there's a lot more, because of the internet now, a lot more information's out there. And my line of work, as an auctioneer, I've had guys who are 3-time Super Bowl players as clients who, when they were young, just, that money got crazy and things got crazy and they grew out of it, and they're like, man, I don't need all these toys. I don't need all this stuff. I don't need all this real estate and stuff, Of course, real estate's a good investment, but it has to be a good investment, right, Jimmy? Got to know which ones are good.
Yeah.
Some of the
Jimmy, it's good to know million, million.
Not quite like that, but no, when you're dealing with numbers like that, we slow it down a bit. To the gentleman on the right here, we have a 1.2 million currently calling for 1.3. No, we slow it down. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I won't mention my clients' names because no, I would never do that. I'd never do that because they want their privacy. And in fact, the one sale I did do, you could see. I mean, this guy had all that. He had, he's won 3 Super Bowls. It was with a team for decades, and I don't have to explain which one it is because everybody puts it together. What type of person would win 3 Super Bowls? Well, you can know the team, narrow it down. But he had everything through his whole house. So I went through and to take all the photographs, I had to take the photographs from his home and crop out or black out all the pictures and things of him and everything where he was and what he did. So you wouldn't know that was an NFL athlete where we're having a sale. And we had to do that for all the rooms. He had stuff all over the walls, and things like that. So the anonymity, I mean, we protect that of our clients, but my heart went out to this man because, here he is. He's old now. His hips are going bad, and probably going to need to get a couple hips, knees, walking with a couple canes. I mean, it's sad to see that, this sport brutalized him. He was a lineman, and, he's suffered, and physically, and it's probably, is now as a result of this sport. But I was thankful to be able to do right by him, but still, there comes that time, like you said, that 20-year-old kid, he gets this, and, sure, he wants the Lamborghini, sure, he wants the Ferrari or whatever. But, after a while, even ask Jay Leno, you can buy so many cars, but after a while, they get kind of old, I mean, you can only have so many and drive one a day, so, but you grow out of things, and you as we get older, we get wiser and trying to do things, and be good stewards of the assets and things we're blessed with. So, I think because of guys like you, Jimmy, and other people who've made wise decisions, who've come through the ranks like this, they're able to. And I've noticed this with the younger generations; they listen a lot more, and are more perceptive of things. More so, I would say 30 years ago, like when we were around. Stefan, because I remember some guys we know and guys we played ball and different people. Some of them, they wind up scratching with the chickens because the money is just like sand in the hands. It's just gone, So we've all witnessed
scratching with the chickens, man. Hey,
do you know what I mean by that when I say that stuff?
That almost sound biblical, man.
Well, you know what I mean?
With the chickens, man.
Well, let me explain myself for those out there.
Oh man.
For those people out there in real Linda, as Rush Limbaugh would say, when I say scratching with the chickens, if you ever been to a farm, and if you ever watched what chickens scratch through to eat, they scratch through all types of nasty, foul, fecal stuff to pick out that little kernel of corn or whatever it is they're going to eat, man. So people, the analogy is that, sometimes people are going to scratch with the chickens to try to make a buck, and that's the type of things that people don't want to be doing, So that's my illustration there.
Well, listen, I think here's what the thing is for me, fellas, and I know, like I said, it's not personal, but just the stuff that we learn as we grow. And, just like on a serious note, because what happens is, like we talk about the Powerball, the Mega Million, and that 20-year-old kid, people forget that, that Saquon is, however old he is right now, but I'm sure he's not older than 21, so he's young still. He's about to be in that same situation. I was in that same situation, 20-year-old kid. Now, here it is, signing $1 million contract in the NFL. Now, here's what the difference is, and why I commend what, Jay-Z and stuff is doing, because he's still, a rapper, which we all as athletes, look up to musicians, period. We look up to musicians, and it's one of those things that's like, it seems like musicians want to be athletes, athletes want to be musicians, and so on. So it becomes that part that connects us. But then when I became a millionaire and when I signed my first $1 million deal and something like that, when I walked into the locker room, it wasn't accepted with open arms. I was there to replace someone. I was there. I had guys who played 5, 6, 7 years who didn't get the kind of money that I just signed for. So that I had jealousy there. I was there to take somebody's spot. So I didn't have, vets and stuff like that saying, hey, Brooke, take your money and do this and so on. When I set up my financial guys, I was grateful to have Coach Paterno and those guys in my corner and so on as I was picking these people. But, it wasn't like I was picking, it wasn't like I had a bunch of black folks and stuff in my corner and so on from my race where I could sit and relate to them. There was, it was football talk, family talk to a point when it came to my agent and when it came to my financial guys and so on. They come in town, oh, this guy's taking care of my money. We eat, we hang out, and so on. Oh, don't worry, I'm paying for the bill. It's like, man, I'm paying you, so technically I'm paying for the bill,
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like one of those things. I couldn't call up my financial advisors and so on and say, hey, how's it going? How's the family? How's the kids doing? What you doing this weekend and everything else and so on. I couldn't talk on a personal level. I couldn't say to them, hey, I'm nervous about this game. Hey, I broke my foot. I broke my foot. How's the investment going? I don't know if I want to play more than 5 years. How's this going? I couldn't get personal to a point. Especially with my agent.
You're almost like a lone ranger out there.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why in this situation, I'm not saying that, Jay-Z offered this and so on, but there's still, we can still relate to some point. If you say a certain thing, it's not, you don't have to stick to it a certain way because, and I'm speaking from being a minority and so on, and being able to have our certain language, our certain type of music, or certain different stuff and so on, that we should be able to say to be ourselves. So now, given the situation, one reason why I chose Penn State was because at the time when I was growing up, it was like I had the chance to be around a different culture. I had a chance to not be in the middle of the projects, in the middle of New York City and so on. I knew a lot of Hispanics. I knew a lot of, different race and so on, being from, a multicultural city and so on. But like I always say, it wasn't about black, white, or any kind of race. It was about, rich class, poor class. So I felt the status without going to a Harvard or Ivy League and so on. I felt Penn State was just as respectable, as going to Yale or so on and whatever, but also had the actual respectable program when it came to sports. So when I arrived at Penn State, I felt that I was probably being class with the next president. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, man, you know what? I can open up. Maybe this can open up doors for me. So then now, when I stop and look at it, I'm able to go into a room of any race, any culture, and so on, and fit right in. Don't say anything that's out of place and so on, because I've experienced so many different things. But that doesn't happen when it comes to just finances and money and everything else and so on. You know what I'm saying? We always been told, birds of a feather flock together, and they say if you're the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room. If you're the richest in the room, you're in the wrong room. If you have gold, we all want to be rich. We all want to be millionaires. We all want to search, for that Oprah money. Who does Oprah hang out with? Who does Jay-Z and those guys hang out with? Who are those people that, that's in the Forbes magazines and different stuff, Those are the stuff that we have to start looking into.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say something here along these lines, and I only say this because it's to God's glory and His grace. But if you are a believer, you already are one of the richest people in this universe.
Yeah,
because
listen, I agree with that. But you know what?
I know what you're saying, buddy. I agree
with that, but you gotta understand, coming from, like I said, not getting personal, but I know what it's like to have a mother on crack and go on foster care and go into juvenile centers and so on. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to not have family and so on. I know what it's like to have a father who's an alcoholic and so on. I know what that's like. And because of all that, because of my faith, that's when I stopped and said, God, I can't do this by myself. I had to trust in God to get me where I am today. So now I'm able to say that my son will never experience the life that I experienced when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now to the point, the life that I asked for, I'm giving to my son, was basically change the whole generational curse that my family was going through.
Yeah.
But then now, guess what I have a problem with?
I don't know how to relate to my son sometimes because I don't know their life. Like, man, come on, you gotta go outside. You gotta go play. What you just sitting on the video game for? Let's go.
You're doing pretty good today in the car, man. You're doing great in the car.
Like think about this. When I talk with friends and stuff like that, we talk about stuff like this, and everyone on this phone can say that I'm telling the truth, and I'm sure y'all have your own story. When we was kids, Saturday morning, sometime, whenever it was that we had free, when we went outside, we knew we had to be home before the street lights came on and so on. But during that day, we would probably be about 20, 25 miles or so away from our home. 10 miles or so on our bikes, just riding, hanging out, creeks, different stuff and so on. Like, I stop and I look, it's like, I mean, I'm exaggerating to a point, but it's like in a day's time, me, my friends, and so on, we can actually drive, and this is just an example, we can actually ride our bikes from State College to probably Harrisburg. Just having fun, spending the day out, and so on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the culture's changed, Jimmy, for good and for ill, because you're right. Because I can't speak to younger generations. I'm going back 30 years ago or more, 30, 40 years. Okay. But you're right. We didn't have Sega. We didn't have all these Nintendos and all these games and stuff. So you're right, man. From that sun got up, we were balling, man. It doesn't matter what time it was. We were outside. We were for us, the strive for excellence and athleticism was there. That competition, the neighborhood ball games. It breaks my heart. I go through my hometown here. I don't see kids out playing ball, man. Yeah, it saddens me because I'm thinking, what's gone wrong with it? What's gone wrong? Because that's what we live to do, man, is get outside and play some ball. I realize interest in things change. I mean, good and bad. I mean, even with football, sadly, because they've sissified the sport, in my opinion. But, maybe that's why I know some guys whose kids aren't playing or for whatever reasons. But, I don't get this, man. And all I can go back to is, we need we need some revival in our culture, man. We need to get things back to the way it used to be, where, there was family times and the kids just didn't see. Everything today has become so individualized, where this is my game, this is my phone, this is my iPad, this is whatever, and people don't know how to relate or talk anymore. Oh, they know how to text. Okay. They can send instant messages, but they don't know how to relate. They don't know how to settle differences.
People lack common sense these days too.
Absolutely. Yes, they do. When we were kids, when we were playing ball, playing sports, you know how kids would, guys would start to scrapping, right? Guys would start. But you know what? We settled it. And we maybe had our differences, but we went back to playing ball. Okay. And tomorrow's another day, another game. And the game before was gone, and that was it. Today, man, I mean, somebody gets mad and they're grabbing a gun or doing something stupid.
Back in our time, it was frowned upon. It's like, oh, come on, even the older people, come on, what you pulling out a weapon for, man? Come on. Right. Shoot a fair one. And come back tomorrow if you lost, That's right.
Right.
I remember I was having this debate with, like I said, friends a few weeks ago, and before the New Year's, everyone was just reminiscing and so on. And it was like, yeah, we did that, but now kids is being kidnapped and and sex trafficking stuff and different stuff. I said, listen, when I was a kid, they used to have the kids on a milk box. I mean, I was just like, think about it. I said, it wasn't like it wasn't always happening. I said, like I stopped and I looked back and I was like, man, I should have been kidnapped a few times. Like I say, one of those black kids, because I'm going crazy. Like we were just having these discussions. It was like, man, if you went into any grocery store, any milk carton that you had, there was tons of kids on the wall saying, "Have you seen me?" and different stuff. There used to be Crime Stopper TV shows and stuff like that. But we still were having fun. We still was out and about. It was like we were a community of families. So, for example, if you were out and about and someone saw something happen, just like what you were just saying about individuals, if I see a neighbor child doing something wrong, I can go grab them and tell them and bring them to their parents or so on, and it won't be a problem. If you do that now, it becomes a huge fight.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's like, somebody took the kids, and so many people is like, oh, it's not my kid. Oh, it's not this. It's not that. It's not just my cell phone. It's all. It's like we don't have nothing to do with that. Stay away from that, or so on.
Right. The community itself is. You're right. People today are afraid to say anything or do anything because of the repercussions of it. But you're right. My neighborhood. Listen, man. If my neighborhood, my parents say, if you see my kid out of line, you let me know. and that's the way our neighborhood was, and parents would talk to parents and say, hey man, I saw a kid over here. What are they doing? You'd hear it, but not today. You don't dare say it. Today a parent tries to discipline their child in public and forget it, man. They're calling the cops on the people. It's madness. It's just madness. And
my brother called me up crying this morning. I went for my brother's business out there. And he said, his son went to school today, and they called the CPS. Now he has an open CPS case on him. I said, what happened? He said last night he wanted to have he ate dinner and he was going to bed. Around 10 something at night, his son got up. He's 7 years old, 6 years old, and he goes and he's standing in the refrigerator and he's trying to pour juice. And his mom came out and was like, what are you doing? And started pouring the juice. So my brother came in and he was like, listen, it's too late for you to be having juice. You already had an accident this weekend in the bed. Like, it's too late for juice. And basically told him to get in the bed. But then, obviously, him and his wife got into it. It was like, no, this whatever. They had, a little argument. Well, today in school, he went in there. He said, my mommy and my daddy was fighting and so on and all types of stuff that he told his teacher and stuff. And guess what? CPS, they wouldn't let him pick him up from school, and caseworker was there and a bunch of stuff. It was like, what?
Madness.
So my brother called me like, he got called to the school and he got up at work and went in, and they were just like, he's just like, what? So I can't have a disagreement with my wife or with my son drinking at almost 11 o'clock at night?
Right. They're not the ones coming over there to change the sheets whenever he's not making it to the toilet,
Yeah, it's just different times, man.
Madness, man. The world's gone mad. Tell you, it's Lord willing, things will.
I blame Big Dude.
Why you blame him? Come on.
I blame Big Dude.
We got about 2 minutes. We got about 2 minutes to our ID here, but yeah, the culture's changed. It shifted, and I can't say it's for the better. I think that we're in the me, myself, and I generation where it's all about me, myself, and I. And even with the parents and their kids, it's all about their kids. It's not you don't dare say or do anything to cross anybody in any way, or it's going to be ugly. So we need flat out, man. We need revival in the land. We really do. We got to see things change and turn around. That's just my opinion, but I don't know where we're going to get athletes anymore, guys, because I don't see kids out playing ball. I just don't see it happening. And you look at football today now, they can't have you can't have practice because it's too hot outside for kids to practice in the afternoon. You have to have it at night. And I'm thinking, what have we done with these? We've pampered and babied everybody here to the point where, just simple common sense. In fact, I don't know if you guys remember the days, but we were playing where, it was frowned upon you getting a lot of drinks and loading up on water. You drink up all that water, man. I'll slow you down. You start throwing that up. Do you remember those days? I do. You only have so much water. You guys have heard about water fountain. Yeah, I see it. Coaching's changed a lot, but sports have changed a lot. Some things for the better and some things for the worse.
Yeah.
It's for sure. It's definitely changed. Well, I'll tell you what, after this ID break here, we're in the next minute or so here, I'm watching the countdown clock for us. We're going to go back through some of our picks through the season here. I'm going to run by our numbers and let us know who came in first, second, third, and fourth, and our picks, and any final comments here about our the Tide and Georgia and Penn State recruiting coming up here yet. It'll be the next big thing of what's happening. Now that's changed too, guys, hasn't it? I mean, we used to have that day. I remember when O'Brien was here, he had a big event over here at the Jordan Center. We asked all of us guys to come back when guys were signing and stuff like that. But I think they've changed a lot of the dates and things that are around now. So guys are coming out at all different times now, even during the season. And it's used to have a National Signing Day, which came a lot at much different times. So I haven't kept up with that. I don't know how that works anymore, because I saw it on the TV the other week for one of the high school all-star games, and made me wonder, well, how do these guys get there? How do they get picked? And they're picking their schools and putting their hats on and choosing. And so I don't know how that works anymore. Do any of you guys have any idea on that?
I have no idea.
It's changed. Everything's changing. So it's hard to keep up.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's
fellas, look, I'm gonna have to miss this with the overtime thing, man. I would like to just let y'all know it's been a great year working with y'all. I have to go. I actually started working. I got to look into something now. I don't know if you heard, we did have a tragedy on campus, and it was nationwide, where a special needs young man, 16 years old, killed his family, including one of our freshmen.
Oh my word!
Shot and killed him in Long Branch, New Jersey. So we're having we got something going on in there. I was actually on TV last night. It was kind of wild.
News Talk 970 WBLF Belfont State College, and all new at 106.3 FM, W292 EC, Altoona Belfont State College, WBLF AM and FM. Depend on it.
Hey, sorry about that stuff. Yeah, I didn't hear about this tragedy took place. If you want to brief us real quick, remember everybody going on in our prayers here, man. What happened now? You say there was a tragedy. Somebody shot somebody. Fill us in, stuff.
Yeah. I was 16 years old. It's supposed to be a special needs. And it was a nationwide thing, and actually in our freshmen that unfortunately did kill their parents and the freshman student that we have, and a 70-year-old friend of the family. So I'm just saying, and I'm not going to say much more. But I'm around tonight just to make sure everything is good. I didn't go home. My wife actually's not feeling well either, so I got to swing through here and then get out of here. I just want to be nearby for the next half an hour and get out of here, because it's one of my situations and responsibilities. So I just want to thank you all. Like I said, no final comments from me other than I think great season, 2 top 10 finishes. What can you say? A matter of 4 points with 2 games in our count. We unfortunately didn't get those, but hey, then people will argue about whether we should have been 8th or not. It's a tough one. What can you say?
Hey, Stephen, you picked it. You are the winner this year, 97-23. Especially for the Bulls. Yeah, for the Bulls, you were 6-1, man. You're the king this year, buddy. So before you take off, you're the man.
That's a big throw. That's a big throw.
Yeah, everybody's treating Stephen when he comes up this spring. So I know you got to run, buddy, and we don't want to keep you as man. Lord bless you, keep you. May you have wisdom to know how to handle these situations, buddy. And we'll be back. We'll see you this spring.
But look though. Even though you getting all these accolades and all these prizes and gifts and happiness, hey, look, next season, big dude, we're gonna do a regular season bowl and a bowl season bowl, because I want that title, big dude. You can't just run away with the title, big dude. We got to separate it a little more next season, so I can get to that.
The only piece of advice I'll give you, I'll leave you with this: stop betting on Lovey, and I'll see you later.
Hey, Stephen, Lord bless you, buddy. We'll discuss this here as we continue on for a few more minutes, man. Look forward to catching up with you soon, and thanks so much for the season, Stephen.
All right, man. All right. I like the social consciousness, man. We'll talk about it later.
Hey, we'll do it again. We'll come up again soon. All right, guys. Well, it's between us three, so I'll give us the rundown here of how all of us did, and well, congrats to Stephen and picking all the wins he did. So, wow, man, there's just like we were talking about. This world is shaking down, man. There's stuff going on like crazy. Wow, that's pretty heavy. Hey, well. Back to football here real quick, and we can wrap this up here. Like I said, big dude came in with that, and I came in last, so I'm treating everybody to hog fathers when you come to town. So I was 85-36, and what killed me this year is I just gambled away to try to catch up in the bowls. My bowl picks were three wins and 4 losses. So that killed me. That killed me. Okay, but hey, coming in second this year was Jimmy. You're 93 and 27. Yeah, you were 4
you
off.
hear that, y'all? Hey, don't tell him, Skip, because you know he ain't, you know his donor, they already got the son, so you can't give him more. Hey, hold on, Skip, who was big dude?
Well, that's what I was going to say next. You know, Stephen was 90. You were only 4 away from him. You're only 4 off. 4 off. It was actually close pretty much all the way through, except for me blowing it up at the end. And Cove, you were 89 and 29. So
that sounds about a B. That sounds like a B.
Yeah. High B, yeah. And
hey, when Coach Johnson had them drills, I was all up in them drills and summer back in the winter workout. I was all up in them today.
They don't count. You can't gloat about running with you can't gloat about running with the linemen. You can't gloat about running with the linemen. That don't make you look good.
hey, I really all of y'all.
He was only 4 off you, Jimmy. So just like you were off Big Dude, and of course
but you was 8 off a Big Dude.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, I was worse. I was 3 off from you, Cove. Actually, yeah, I was 4 off. I was 4 off from you, Cove. 4 off. So.
Hey, how I finished in the bowl picks?
The bowl picks. You were 4 and 3. Yakov was 5 and 2.
Okay, Yakov.
That's why I said next season we gonna have a.
Hey, don't count because big dude was actually 1 anyway.
Hey, look though, I will say this though, Lovey, put a little twist in the game this season. So you know, I embraced him into Chicago, and you know it is what it is. But you know, we gonna come back next season, Grizz. So hey.
Who's we? Is it we being you or we being Lovey in Illinois?
Hey, Lovey is gonna come back with.
Oh man! So I thought he got fired. They fired him today. They fired him today.
Lovey?
Yeah.
No. Come on, Grizz. Lovey the last. Lovey the best thing happened in Chicago for since Mike Ditka. Come on, Grizz.
Oh man, Alaska Mohican, huh?
Hey, we ain't had no coach. We had Dave Wanstead. I mean, you know, and Lovey. So you know, hey, so.
Well, next
we'll bounce back. Lovey, fill in them gaps for next season.
Well, we will.
Lovey ain't do nothing since Tampa.
Hey, well, let me put this one out here because I'm going to go out on a limb and pick next year's national championship now. How do you like that one? Okay. I'm going to go on.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful, because you know we ain't going to let you forget that.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I am predicting the Tide to roll again next year.
Again?
Yes, I.
That far.
Yeah. Apart from Georgia, which gave them a tough time, they even show when they play bad football, they can still win. And now I can't wait to see the spring game with them because you have two quarterbacks.
Well, that's a good point.
It's gonna, and plus all the recruiting, everything's
going to
come
along with it. Because we have 2 quarterbacks too. I mean,
well, they got a freshman though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he played 1 game. You guys acting like he played the whole season.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying overall, when I look at across the landscape
of
college football,
played more than him.
Well, who do you think's going to win it next year, Jimmy?
I don't want to be held to it like you, you know, because I don't know who's with me, who's seniors, who's coming back, and so on. Right now, if I had to go off top, you know, I say Bryce Love is returning, so he's going to be at the top. Yeah, Bryce Love is returning. I can never go wrong saying Penn State. Can never go wrong there.
Do you really think we're going to I mean, I'm talking realistic. When I look at across the landscape, overall programs, I look at the programs that are out there. You see the college football programs, and you see the landscape, you see the foundation that's already been laid by a lot of these schools and coaches and recruiting and everything else that's been happening. That's why I'm not afraid to say I think the Tide's going to roll again. It's not that that's what I want. Yeah, I'd love to see Penn State in there and do it. I want Penn State to win another national championship. Absolutely. Okay, but I'm just saying when I look at the coaching, the recruiting, and what has already been put in place, believe it. I mean, Coach Franklin's doing a great job, but he just started laying his foundation. You have Saban, who's just tied to Bear. Okay, he's going to be. He's a legend already, so I can't see a kid if being recruited to Alabama saying no. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing is, that's cool to say, but then now keep in mind it is that even if we just go to this, Clemson still played well enough to be in it, and they lost a couple of major pieces. I mean, with Deshaun Watson being in itself. So keep in mind, with a guy, a first-year guy, for the most part, who didn't have the freedom as a Watson, they still basically gave Alabama a run for it.
They did
already. So it's kind of hard for me to see that, and I think, given the situation, because here's what I'm going off. I'm going off of bad apples.
Okay.
Alabama hasn't rolled the way we thought they was gonna roll.
Right.
They played bad ball. They played terrible ball the whole season for the most part.
Still won.
And they didn't look like the Alabama of old, which let me know that it might be a couple of things going on with the front office. I mean, with the coaching staff and everything else. I believe they lost the coach too, didn't they?
I think they have. Yeah, I think they did have somebody going. Yeah.
They just had one of the. I want to say the defense coordinator went to Buffalo to be the defense coordinator.
I think so. Yeah.
So I know that happened.
Well, that's happening. But again, I'm talking overall. Overall, though, Jimmy. I mean,
overall.
Gee,
I don't see Alabama doing it. I can't roll with the Tide right now.
Okay. Well, we can talk about the spring because we get to watch some spring ball, and you guys will, of course, be coming up here. And of course, since I lost, I'm treating everybody to Hogfathers out here for dinner, but that'll be a lot of fun too. So, yeah, but I'm going out on a limb like that a little bit. Now, Big Ten, I can't predict yet because I need to see some ball, man. I need to see.
Yeah, and that's what I can predict right now. Okay. I say Big Ten. It's only my only question right now is just how will Miles Sanders do? I think the defense for Penn State is going to be better. Obviously. I think our defensive line is going to be better. Our linebackers should be decent because we had so many injuries, a year ago, so that we actually have still a lot of young guys that fit in and play well. I like that we don't lose a lot. I mean, we lose some, a few players, number 2, 26, we lose Kadicki and so on. But I like who we still have returning. I think we should be all right with Jawan Johnson and so on, and a few of our receivers. So I think having those guys step up and come into their own is going to be big. I still like having Tommy. I still like having our quarterback and so on. I just hope that he don't miss Saquon so much. But I think, like I said earlier in the season, I think Saquon hurt us a lot last season because you had to focus on him so much that it had us to where we were forced to be unbalanced.
Right. Because we became predictable. We became predictable.
Yeah. So because we couldn't run when we ran, but then also I like that we did lose Coach Moorhead because now it allows us to have a little bit more, basically, hopefully put in a new offense. Like you said, maybe have Trace under the gun and under the center a little bit, and so on. They have a lead blocker, and so on for Miles Sanders, and so on. So,
I think we ought to just put two linemen behind him and let him snap the ball and just get behind him and bench press him through the end zone.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So it'll be,
push him through.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see where Penn State goes from here. But I like them. I still like Ohio State. I think they'll be better now that J.T. Barrett is gone.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure what the schedule is. Obviously,
it's a tougher schedule. The way our schedule is this year and the years to come. I liked it when we had some of the tougher games at the end of the season. I really liked we had Michigan State at the end of the season. Now some of the toughest stuff happens during the mid of the season. Right now the Big Ten is the toughest conference in college football. They won the most in the bowls. I think it's the hardest conference to win in college football right now. I really think it is. Well, it has been, but I mean the SEC, has been tough, but I think right now, and the Big Ten's not predictable. I mean, look what Iowa did this year. I mean, it's so. And on any given Saturday, man, in the Big Ten, it's ball, man. It is definitely ball. You don't know what's going to happen.
What's the name? I always go by. Here's what I go by, just in terms of why I say that I think the Big Ten has always been the best. Is because the Big Ten is the most balanced.
Yeah.
You don't have a Florida or a certain team that's going to come out and run the ball and so on, and as well as throw. I think the closest team outside of the Big Ten that did a decent job of running and throwing, it's probably Alabama and probably Oklahoma for the most part. Other than that, most teams aren't balanced, especially in the SEC. Like I said, Florida, Tebow, and all of them, it was just throwing the ball, so on. It wasn't balanced.
It was almost like a West Coast. It was almost like a West Coast.
Yeah, it's like Oregon and so on. They just running guns, Air Force, and all that other stuff. It's like, so I always respect the Big Ten because if you play Michigan, they could beat you in the air, on the ground.
Right.
You play Ohio State, they could beat you in the air, on the ground.
Right.
Same thing with Wisconsin, air or on the ground.
Right.
Every team that I named so far always comes to play defense.
Right.
And
they always have big guys. They all have big guys up front. They all have big oak trees up front.
Talent wise, you have Nebraska, who's doing bad, but I mean, obviously getting Scott Frost is going to help them, but you had Nebraska who were, at the bottom, but guess what? Nebraska, even when they get it together, they could beat you running and throwing, they always play tough defense.
Right, and they're always strong. They always have big guys that are strong. So, yeah, I have to say the Big Ten, strength-wise, with the size of guys up front, they're going to run the ball and they're going to pass well. So it's a tough. Yeah, I could not. It's easier for me to pick Alabama winning the national championship is for me to try to pick a Big Ten winner for next year, just because of the competition within the Big Ten itself.
Yeah,
Penn State could win it. Hope they do. Ohio State could. Michigan State could. And I don't know what's going to happen with Michigan. They just kind of fizzled towards the end this year. So I don't know how Harbaugh's going to turn that around with them. But I figure he will. I mean, he's a winner. So
yeah, I think he will, though. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a winner. So he's going to make it happen. Yeah. So yeah, the Big Ten's too hard for me. So if you want to go out on a limb, Jimmy, you can. But I want to wait till I see some ball this spring.
Yeah, I'll wait a little bit on that. I want to see what Nebraska and all of them put together and so on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Yakov, what are you thinking? You just going to wait it out? Or did Yakov
get the kids?
Up. He's got the kids going. All right. Well, Jimmy, it's been it'll be a lot of fun this spring, and I look forward to seeing you when you come up this way. I'll take care of you out there at Hog Fathers, like I said.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I really like that video today. That was cool. You getting out there with your son like that, and I know you're a good, loving, kind father, man. And I know you've set things up for you. I know you love your son to death, and you're doing all you can to be a great dad. I can see that. I definitely like that horn in that truck, though, man. That is.
Yeah.
You were there at that stop sign and had that one crossing guard come out. I was hoping you'd have blasted it right then just to see her jump.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, nah.
I know you were. I can see it.
I'll be killing her with what's name with the Cowboys all season long.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool, man.
It's a love-hate relationship.
I can imagine, man. I can imagine. Hey, I've had more fun than I should be allowed to be having here doing this each year, and I'm so thankful that you guys were here this year, and it's been more fun. It seems like it's better and better every year. So look forward to next year. This spring we'll do it up again here, and if something breaks out or something happens here at Penn State, we can always jump in with the program quick and do this again. So But I can't thank you enough, and the big dude and Yakov for all you guys have been here with this, and who knows, we'll come and join the ranks again in the days to come. You know, it's a microphone here. It's open for anybody here who was ever part of the team. So I look forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun, buddy. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I look forward to catching again on Facebook.
yeah, definitely. It's been a blessing, to be with you guys all, this whole season and so on. We got our ups and our downs and so on, but it's just like family, and continue to be the Penn State family, and we hold each other up and so on. Obviously, there's a friendship on and off the air. So
that's right.
I love you guys, and I wish you guys all the best. And can't wait till we start this thing back up again.
Absolutely. We'll be a few weeks away, buddy. So.
Yeah, with you, Grizz.
Oh, you're back here, Cove. All right, buddy. Yeah, we just didn't know if you had any picks for us yet, Cove. You want to go out on a limb with anything? You just want to wait?
I still want to figure out. We lost Moorhead. We replacing them. We lost a running back. We got McSorley, so we lost our tight end. I like to say Penn State, but I just want to see, what all goes on, because I know USC had a big man quarterback, but I know Alabama's good, so but we might have a preseason pick, with McSorley. I mean, he's got to be in the top something as far as quarterback goes, or leadership goes. He's got to be up there. So. Well,
leadership, yes, but my concern is passing accuracy, and I hope in the offseason he keeps working on it.
Right.
And but he can scoot and scramble. That's great. My greatest concern is with this type of offense of him getting cracked a good one. I'd like to see us get back to getting him under center and that ball going, running between them tackles. But the good old days.
Yeah. and you know what, though, Skip, really, and that with the new offensive coordinator. That would be nice to see, add some of that into the system, because Moorhead was obviously all, pass and FCC style and West Coast style. So it would be nice to see if maybe we could get a little under center this season or not. But yeah, I mean, McSorley got some work, but at the same time, he's held his own. You know what I mean? I would say he's held his own. So.
Oh, he has, and we wish him nothing but best. I wish all the team the best of workouts this winter and spring. And like I said to Jimmy, we look forward to you coming up here, and we'll get you out there to Hog Fodders for some lunch or dinner. We'll get all ready together. And
we need them subs. We gotta get.
I'm gonna do better than I'm doing better than subs.
I want a hot game. I reckon we can't have a cold one, Skip.
I'm doing it better than subs, man. I'm taking the Hog Fodders, man. You get anything you want on the menu, man.
Hey, don't think you get no special treatment because you came in second place now. Come on, man.
Hey, I'll get to eat too. We all get to eat.
Yeah, it's all
we all get to eat.
Get on all the way.
We all get to eat. Skip, hey, listen, hold up. You got to get the placing. Skip says, big dude get $100 worth of food. I get 75. He get what's the name? You get 50, you get 25.
I'm picking the dime up on everybody, so you guys get what you want.
Hey, listen, you got to eat according to your work. Eat according to your work. You eat how you pick them.
That's what I say. Hey, look, though. Look, everything you got right now, you got to be careful, because next season we split it up. I won the bowl season. So
no, you didn't. No, you did not win the bowl season. Okay, you won. Listen.
I was up.
You're 5-0. Stephen won the bowls too. He's 6-1. You're 5-2.
I'm about to say, big dude won the bowl season. He was 6-1. You was 5-2. Hey, listen. Here's what the thing is. Even with me being third place, I still don't have to buy the food. I still don't have to buy the food, bro. Why you coming at me? Come at the dude who got to buy the food.
No, you're right. That's a good point.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys are gonna eat.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's right. I'll go broke. I'll take care of you. No, man, I love you guys. You Cove, I can't thank you enough. It's been a lot of fun, and we'll keep making it better every year. And like I said, it's who knows will be with us in the years to come. But I'm so glad you guys are here, and it's more fun we should be allowed to have. Really, it's a highlight of my week. I'm gonna miss you guys here till spring, but we'll get it ramped back up again then. And then if anything comes up during a season or between now and then, we can always break in with a show. So thank all of you guys so much. And if anybody's your parting words, we'll go ahead and sign it off here real quick after you guys make any parting comments.
I'm good, man. It's been a great year, man. I already made mine. I appreciate you all.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. Keeping it going.
All right. All right. Hey, well, on behalf of...
And getting the Grizz back up to Penn State. You know, we got Grizz. We can't have these once or every 5 years, man. We got to get back onto the routine, man. You know?
They're flying to Lear. Now, they're flying...
Hey, come on, Grizz. We calling you out, man. You know, we got to get you up.
Now, Coach Franklin's sending a jet down for him, man. Coach Franklin's sending a jet down for him. I got a room up here for him for spring ball.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
There we go. That's cool. All right. Hey, well, folks, thank you all for joining us. You've been listening to Lions Live on behalf of the big dude, Stephen Davis, Jacob Israel, and the Grizz, Jimmy Kenny. My name is Skip Drywall. Thank you all for joining us this season, and we'll look forward to seeing you here again this spring. Much thanks and love to everybody, and look forward to talking to you then. All right. Have a great night. Lord bless.
Thank you.
And we'll return you to our regular
are taking up could constitute a breach of privacy. You know, companies and third parties that use the data insist that they're using it only for the altruistic purposes, such as alleviating traffic. Do you believe that? No, I don't. Now it's like